Journeys is recorded at Doghouse Studios. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube to keep the conversation going. Remember, if you like the content, like the content. Hello, today is Thursday, March 31st. I'm Chad Jones, and this is Journeys. How are you doing today? Let's settle into today's session, take a deep breath. And out. And for all of you that can hold your breath that long, congratulations. You should go swim or something. I don't know what talent that is. Maybe go pick up a musical instrument that requires you blowing on it. All right. So yesterday was interesting at work, as there was no work, as my truck was down. I'm starting to get frustrated because it feels like even when I show up and I try hard and I do my best to be at work, I don't know if I have bad luck. I don't know if it's just the way of the world, but there's no automatic truck. I have very adamantly told them I do not know how to drive standard on a truck. It's not safe for me, especially if I'm driving, all over the place with hills and bumps and scary things such as other vehicles. So I had a half day, and then I came home, and I just spent the day chilling with my family. I finished a book. I painted a nice painting. Hopefully I can get a decent photo of it and post it on today's episode. Yeah, geez. All right. So, continuing on this week's theme of diet, I had breakfast cannolis for breakfast. I can't help myself with things and sugar and junk and all this willpower that other people seem to have. I just don't. It's gross, and I'm gross, and I feel gross. But I don't have any more in the house, so that's good. Once I'm done here, I'm gonna chore. Are you still looking for food, Lily? There's no food down here. There's just me. Hello, little girl. Hello. Yeah. One thing I do enjoy about recording these sessions so early in the morning is that I do have my little girls, my kitties. They come down, they visit. Here, 1 second. There you go. Hello, Lily. Are you recording into the microphone? Hello. Say hello, everybody. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sure you heard the little meow. That was adorable. Now, this podcast is already 3.5 minutes in, and I've entertained you to no end. Let's keep this conversation going. So, I saw that at least Amanda posted on YouTube, and I'm grateful that she's posting. I'm not really responding there because I want to respond here. She said that she just kind of makes stuff at home, especially with the pandemic. Eating out has been lessened, which makes sense because, I think we've only eaten out maybe like a dozen times, and let's say that's including Tim Hortons and the like. I'd say that we don't really eat out other than maybe a coffee once a day. So because of that, it saved a lot of money. But Amanda was saying she didn't really eat out, and she has no restrictions. Now, my question and my follow-up question for that is, with all you guys who don't put restrictions on your diet, obviously there should be some restrictions, like don't eat cannolis for breakfast. That's a good one. But with not having any restrictions, do you find overwhelmed that there's too many options? Do you think that limiting yourself to certain things and taking things off the diet would be better for you? Or do you think that would actually hinder your life experience by limiting the opportunities you have to eat. Yeah, I guess when it comes to your diet, it's like I said, it's such a personalized thing. And when you don't have restrictions on it, you end up doing stupid things like giving into whatever urge it is to be like, oh, look, here's a thing of sugar. I'm going to eat this brick of sugar for breakfast. And that's why my diet, I'm trying now, at least today, I'm going to write down what I've been eating, just to kind of monitor it and see the intake I have when I'm kind of intaking things and how I'm doing it. And then hopefully I can leave better. Just like, hey, I ate like poop this morning, but that doesn't mean I have to eat like poop the rest of the day. So I know that I'm going to have my fruit, my veggies, and I'm going to have my main meal that usually makes me my entree. Yeah, it's definitely not, like I said, like on a day-to-day basis, when I'm in my truck, when I'm at work, I eat like a normal human being. It's when I'm at home or when there's sugar in the house, or even if there's not sugar in the house, I like find sugar. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? So, yeah, like I'll do stupid stuff. Like I'll get like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then I'll put like a little bit of honey on it, and I'm like, oh, sugar, peanut butter, honey, yes, let's do her. Or I'll do like a banana with peanut butter on top, and then I'll just like throw maple syrup just like all over that, and it's delicious. But it's okay. If we're doing confessions about all the garbage I eat, and keep in mind, all this stuff is pretty delicious. There's a reason that I'm consuming it. It's not just like out of pure boredom or I don't know, just like bottomless pit, I guess. But anyways, here here's my top like 5 snacks. And these are usually just 2 things to pair together, or one thing that's just a snack on its own. And like the first one is like the macaroni and cheese salad you get at like any grocery store. It's so good. It's so bad for you. It's like mayo, and it's essentially mayo and noodles, but it's just delicious. And there's some veggies tossed in there, but for the most part, like I can eat a single serving, what I call a single serving one, which is the small one. I usually snack on that for about a day or 2, and if I get a big one, it usually takes like 3 or 4 days. But either way, like that it's not long for this fridge. It's not long for this mortal fridge. Or I guess not mortal fridge. I don't know. It's an inanimate object. Does it have feelings? Probably not. Snack number 4. If I ever have like pretzels, I can just always take like literally anything, any sauce like thing, whether that's like honey mustard or barbecue sauce or this, that, the other thing, just like any, like peanut butter, like just throw it in a bowl and then use pretzels and dip it. Like you can either have like the knotted pretzels, the naughty pretzels, or you can have the straight pretzels. Usually the straight pretzels are easier for mass consumption of eating garbage. But yeah, that's my 4th. My 3rd snack actually is just fruit. I just love fruit. Fruit is just like my favorite thing to eat when I'm on the road. And number 2 is actually just like veggies. Like those are my 2, like 3 and 2 snacks. And then my number 1 snack is just like high processed, over the top sugar. And now I'm sure you guys have now just heard me talk about how garbage I eat. You guys are like, yeah, I can see why he's like obese as hell. And it's not bad for me to say that. It's true. My fitness app is like, you might die soon. Like go for a walk more. And I did exercise yesterday. I did my little exercise thing because I was home and frustrated and I wanted to just get those feelings out. I sweat after like 2 sets and I was like, oh my God, what? Oh, there's something wrong with me. And I don't know if it's like an emotional thing to food or if it's like food is such a hard thing to be addicted to in some degree, because because food is something like you need, and it's super hard to take that and keep it and have a healthy relationship with it when it's like, oh, I can just always have a little bit more. I can always have a little bit more. And that's the mentality I'm trying to get rid of, is just like, oh, a little bit more, just a little bit. But I've gone a little bit over, so I'm going to take a short little break and I will be back to talk to you in a sec. So I've been painting and I'm really enjoying the painting process of just like putting things on a canvas and moving the brush and moving the paint, and just, it's hard to explain if you're if you don't paint, but it's really fun. I've been really enjoying it. I've been making things that are starting to look like objects and things and stuff, so that's really good. Makes me very happy to do these activities. I think the biggest thing that I'm taking away is that I'm doing like an artistic thing every single day. And in doing an artistic thing every single day, it's allowing like just me to like release those bad things, those bad emotions, those bad feelings, and just have fun doing a fun thing. And I think that sometimes we forget that that's what that is. Like, that's what this is for me. Journeys is supposed to be a fun thing, and I'm starting to get this sense of like, oh, it's still work. I gotta talk, I gotta come up with things, I gotta think of things, like a question of the day. And sometimes it pops up within the session and it's really bad, and it's really like, are you what's your sign? Do you believe in horoscopes? It's very simple, like open-ended stuff, and I want to get more pointed with it. Pointed? Yeah, whatever. Essentially, my question about the diet is, if there was anything you would change about your diet, what would it be and why? Yeah, what would be and why? If there's anything you could change about it, is it like me, where you just eat garbage incessantly, just hoping that the garbage fuels your fire to go out and work out, which it never does? Is it that you're eating too much meat? Are you eating too little meat? I mean, there's lots of things you could want to change about your diet, and I just kind of want to know, like, especially, like I said, Amanda, now I'm just talking to you. Hi, Amanda. I mean, you're the one that responds, so I just wanted to ask you, like, is there anything you want to change about your diet? And if so, why? So it's kind of a two-part question. I hope more people respond. Rob, I know you're listening. Bert, I know you're listening. You guys are avid daily listeners. Who else? I mean, if you guys started commenting, I could tell. I could be like, oh yeah, look, these are the people. Because I just see views, and now, keep in mind, I love that there's views. I love that there's likes. I love that you guys are doing all the YouTube things. It's great. It really is. The reason I stopped sending the audio files, well, A, it's because Movie Maker has an update that says, okay, you need to have a WAV file to drop it in, not an MP3 anymore. So what I've been sending you guys is a compressed version of what I've been recording. Because of that, and because of the switch, it's just easier to drop it into the YouTube file. I know it's a pain because you guys either have to be on Wi-Fi or use your data or whatever the case is. I mean, you'd be using your data anyways to download the file. Regardless, the fact that you guys are doing this stuff through YouTube, it makes a huge thing for me. I get to see who's interacting and talking, and I gotta be more interactive with you guys. I think having more of an open conversation is what I want to have. So if you guys are listening, if you guys are enjoying this, please just say, hey, I'm here, I'm listening. Give feedback. You guys can just be like, hey, Chad, you suck. But tell me why. Like, be like, you suck because. Not just like, you suck because. Because that would be huge. Just having some sort of direction that I can follow with you guys and keep up with you guys. And, you know, this is as much about me exploring how I feel and what I want to talk about and who I want to be and how, you know, the person in the mirror, I guess. The journey to get to that person who I see in my head. That's what I want to do. And this is a lot of a recording for me so I can show, you know, my kids one day and be like, hey, Daddy talks. And sometimes he even has things to say that are significant. Or it's for you guys in the sense you guys are hearing a real human being, a person that has flaws, that's open enough to say, hey, like, this is who I am. I'm sure you feel these ways. I'm sure you think these things. And honestly, I would love to have more people more often come on, talk about themselves, because that's the episode I think everyone's interested in. No one really cares as much about me talking for 20 minutes as somebody else that isn't me talking and opening up and saying things and having a back and forth conversation. I look at Shreya's episode, and Shreya's episode's like 5 times more than the next episode, even though the next episode was a day off, or it was a weird delay, and I was feeling like I get it. I get there was no consistency and there's no follow-up, and sometimes when you're hot, you got to follow up. That's just how it is. So I am really trying to press for more people coming on, but more people coming on means you guys, you know, you guys got to say, hey, I want to be on here. I want to talk. The other end, it's got to be on me to be like, who the fuck do I want to talk to? Oh. I really like using the F word once a session. It makes me feel like a professional in some degree. Like, I can really, like, color in, highlight this this sentence with the F word. It's great. Vocabulary is fantastic, and I'm starting to overlap visual art with reading and the specific use of words. And oh my god, speaking of reading, I am so excited. I am now officially starting Lord of the Rings, and the opening part of the book is like, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but this book you're reading, it's actually one book with the other books. This box set that you have, that's like, you know, a Malazan book and a half thick, it's one book. You gotta read it. I was like, okay, these are broken up into 7 books. I'm gonna read the first 2, and then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna read the next 2, and then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna read the last 3, and then, well, I guess I'm done, so I'll move on. But no, now it's just like, okay, I have to read all of Lord of the Rings straight through because it's one book. Which is what I did with Malazan. The last 2 Malazan books was supposed to be one book, and I ripped through the 2 of them in like 6-ish weeks. So that was like 3 weeks a book, which is about average for me for the Malazan books. So I'm thinking if it's March, maybe I can have Lord of the Rings read by Annette's birthday on the 13th. That gives me just under 2 weeks. I guess we'll see. We will see if I can read all of Lord of the Rings in 2 weeks. That would be incredible, because I don't actually think I've read all of Lord of the Rings in proper order. Like, I don't think I've ever read Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King, one stretch, no interruptions, not half finishing books or quarter finishing books, or finishing the first half and then never touching the second one and just being like, screw it, I'm going to Return of the King. Because Return of the King has always just been like, I've read the ending of Return of the King so many times. It's such a good ending. And because I'm lazy, I would skip the first two, knowing just like what happened with the movies. So now I'm gonna actually sit down. I'm gonna read them, and hopefully, not binge on food in an improper fashion while I do so. But that's today's episode, guys. Thanks. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. I will post today's question of the day in our weekly or our daily email and on the YouTube channel. So for Thursday, March 31st, I'm Chad Jones. This is Journeys, and I will talk to you on another time.